Hey folks, Levi here once again. Welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed my review slash epic rant on Thunderbolts. If you don't mind, hate the movie, just go watch my review of it. And that was my last superhero movie review, so that was the end of my 2020 superhero reviews and the end of me reviewing superhero movies. Yeah, not forever, but for a good while. Yeah, yeah. But guys, this is a finally and a quick channel update video, or I'll just say finally and a channel update. This will be the title of the video. Finally, I got some movies, two TV shows, and some movies I got here. And I'm going to be talking about some things in my personal life a little bit that I need to discuss with you guys. Uh, hey, what's going on in my life? What's going on with me? Nothing too bad. Just something, just something I want to talk about. And about what videos are going to be coming up next on the channel. Superhero TV shows. I'm going to talk about yeah, that's the point of the channel update. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll save up the whole thing with talk about something. Well, I need to talk about at the end of the video. First of all, we're gonna start off with finally the video means I got some TV shows. Sorry, 2 seasons of 2 TV shows right here, just 2 TV shows, part of the superhero shows, and some movies here. Just only 4 movies. They got a second in Charles on Saturday. Yeah, when I went there with my mom. Yeah, awesome place to be if you're ever in Greenville, South Carolina, or South Carolina, wherever it's at. You like shopping for movies, physical media stuff, and you like the old school movies, a lot of films, you like to buy a lot of movies, then definitely check out Second and Charles. I highly recommend it here in South Carolina. Anyway, we're starting off the movies I got first. And TV shows, starting with TV shows. Starting with, I got Arrow, the eighth and final season of Arrow, starring Stephen Amell. This only has, I think, 12 episodes. 10 episodes, sorry, 10. But only 10, so it's a short season. Excuse me, short season. Yeah, but that's Arrow season 8. And then DC Legends of Tomorrow season 1, which I do like. Probably, I would say season 2 I think is the best. But I do like season 1. Season 3 is, don't mind. But season 4 is where I kind of just stopped caring for this show. Season 4 is where I started to just hate this show. And I know there's what, I think season 5, 6, and 7, something like that. I don't know. I don't really care to watch any more episodes of Legends of Tomorrow. The only seasons I can tolerate are season 1 and 2. Yeah, this is why I bought this, because I do like season 1. But when we got to season 3, it just kind of fell apart. Then season 4 came. I saw some of that on TV a couple years back, and I just hated it. It felt like watching a Disney movie, and they're trying to make it into a supernatural Teen Wolf type show with this Asian girl, and they're capturing fairy tale creatures, and I'm like, what the fuck? How did we go from traveling back in time to capturing fairy tale creatures and trying to sing and be a Disney movie? That was just so stupid what they did with the show. Yeah, the humor fell apart real quick. But yeah, season 1 is definitely great of Legends of Tomorrow. This show has so much potential, it just fell apart, you know. But anyway, with the shows, let's see. Let me put these. I'm gonna be moving around a little bit. Oh, sorry, shit. Wrong part to put it in. All right, and the movies. Starting with this movie, the 1971 action thriller classic. Follow that starring Clint Eastwood. Tell me something, punk. Do you feel lucky? Yeah. Well, do ya, punk? Dirty Harry. Yes, Dirty Harry's a classic. I've seen this movie before. I've seen some of the sequels too. I wanted to get to the movies, but maybe one day. But Dirty Harry, come on, Dirty Harry, I had to get it. You have to have this. If you're a movie buff, a movie fan, I don't care what kind of movies you like or into, you gotta have Dirty Harry in your collection of movies. Come on, folks. This is a classic, no doubt. Dirty Harry is a classic film. Yeah, got Andrew Robertson in here, or Andy Robertson in here. great actor, and Andrew Robertson. Seen him most of the things like Child's Play 3, Cobra was Stallone, which is kind of like Dirty Harry, but with Stallone. I probably like Cobra a little more than this, but that's just me saying that. That's just my opinion. But don't get me Dirty Harry. This is why I bought it because this is a classic. I saw this on DVD. I was like, I had to have it. It's classic. Dirty Harry is a great movie. Classic. I definitely want to get Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and the Deadpool. I'm not talking about the Deadpool movie from Marvel. No, there's the last Dirty Harry movie is the Deadpool. So gotta get this franchise, you know. And then starring Sandra Bullock, this film came out, I think, in 2007. Kind of a thriller film. Well, not a thriller film, but kind of a little bit of a suspense, drama kind of movie, mystery kind of movie. And I like it with Sandra Bullock, and that is Premonition. I like this film. Sue me. I thought it was actually really good. Yeah, yeah. I think it's an interesting film. As long as the film to me has a good plot. Yeah. Also, when you're checking Charles, I highly recommend checking the DVDs out, the back disc case, the back of the disc, because if the disc is messed up or torn up, don't buy it. If it's scratched up, don't buy it. Even when if you ever you go to your local Goodwill and you like to buy movies, always check the disc. An old friend of mine who sadly passed away about last year gave me some advice to always check the movies, check the disc, to look at the back of the disc, make sure that it's not scratched up real bad, because you don't want to waste your money. You know, yeah. But Premonition, the late Julie McMahon, who really did pass away this year, is in this movie as well. Yeah. Oh, Nia Long is in this movie too. You know, like her as an actress. You know, like her in Fresh Prince of Bel Air and the Big Mama's House 1 and 2 movie. You know, beautiful actress as well. And she was in NCIS Los Angeles as well, season 9 only. But yeah, that's Premonition, starring Sandra Bullock. Really good movie. I highly recommend it. If you like films that have an interesting story and all that. Alright, I have these two Robin Williams movies on Double Feature. They're probably on my shelf somewhere, but I can't find them. They're either on that or they're in my cabinet. But starting with this film came out, I think October? Yeah, 27. It just turned 27 this year. I think in October. I'm not going to look it up right now. But that is starring Robin Williams, Cuba Gooding Jr., Annabelle Scory, the late Max von Snowdo. I can't say his name right, but great actor. That is What Dreams May Come. Really a great Robin Williams movie, in my opinion. One of his best movies. Underrated, I think. Yeah, it is a visual blast. Nearly a visual masterpiece. Yeah. Even if you don't love the movie, the visuals in this movie are fantastic to look at, or something to be seen. Yeah. Deals with the afterlife, but I missed late Robin Williams. That's why I got it. You know, anything Robin Williams, I even try to get. You know, yeah, because I miss Robin. You know, really do. And it's a really sad movie too. And Robin can be dramatic. He, did Good Will Hunting the year before this, and he won an Oscar because he knows how to give a dramatic performance. He wasn't just funny, but he knew how to be dramatic too. You know, and then he would go on to do 1 Hour Photo or Insomnia, playing serial killers, playing dark characters. Yeah, not saying he's funny in here. He can be funny, but he's really gives a good performance in here. And this one came out in December. I love this movie. It's directed by Tom Shadyac, who made Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. He didn't direct the sequel. No, it was no, he didn't direct Night Rangers Claws, but he directed Pet Detective, The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy. I'm not gonna get into all that, but and I think Bruce Almighty. He did direct Bruce Almighty, that was Jim Carrey. That's Tom Shadyac film. Robin Williams is true based on true story. That is Patch Adams. I like Patch Adams. Sue me. If I hated this film, I would have not bought it. Guarantee you that. If I did not like this movie, I would not want to get it in my collection. Why would I buy it if I didn't like it in the first place? Well, some movies I buy, like some crappy movies or super movies that were crappy, I bought just so I can entertain you guys with a rant. But when I get movies like this, the Patch Adams, I do like Patch Adams. Again, I miss Robin Williams. He was great in this film. This is a very underrated movie, in my opinion. I would say What Dreams May Come is underrated too, but this is highly underrated. I love Patch Adams. I've always enjoyed this film. Always one of my favorite of Robin Williams. Really good cast in there too. The late Philip Seymour Hoffman is in this movie. Yeah, and the guy who played Quint, I think in My Nature Calls, he's like the principal in this movie, like the dean of this movie, that doesn't like Robin Williams and all that. But yeah, Patch Adams was a really good film. It's really underrated. I'll be glad just to happy to get these two on solo DVD. And Premonition and Dirty Harry. So that was the movies I got, along with Arrow season 8, Legends of Tomorrow season 1. You're going to be seeing them again. Let me. Sorry. Channel part the channel update part of the video. That was the finally. If you'll be watching those movies, let me know if you. That was Dirty Harry, Premonition, with James McComb, Patch Adams, Rob Williams. If you've seen any of those movies, or if you have not, I highly recommend them. If you have seen them, let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. Now, these are going to be superhero. I'm not done with my superhero marathon yet, guys. Now can I talk? We will be getting to what I call Phase 4. That is superhero TV shows. Yes, and I'm going to be starting with the Arrowverse. Yeah, I had to make sure to put everything in my phone just to remind myself so I don't forget anything. Yes, we'll be starting with the Arrowverse. We will be starting with, of course, that started all. That came out in 2012. Uh, and that will be starring Stephen Amell. Yes, the same guy who plays Casey Jones in the Teenage Mutant Turtles Out of the Shadows, but I like him in this series. I will be talking about the TV show Arrow. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the 8th season. So, starting with Arrow season 1. Yeah. Uh, I'll go ahead and say this will be a TV show collection for this show right away. Let's see, last TV show collection, it was last year. It was November, almost 1 year ago now. I think it was Justice League. You know, it was in between my 2000s ever superhero reviews. You know, I think after 2007 movies. Yeah, okay, it was just all right. Part 33. So part 34. It'll be called. The video will be called Part 34. My TV show collection Arrow. And when I get started with Arrow, I will be starting, of course, with Arrow season 1. I will show you more into the slipcover, the DVD, the photos, pictures in here, episodes. I'll show you all that in the TV show collection video. But Arrow season 1, we're starting with that. Arrow season 1. And then probably my favorite season, Arrow season 2. And I will not be talking about crossovers. It'll just be focused on Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, all about Arrow. It'll be focused still on Arrow show. I mean, there is in season 3 one crossover episode I want to talk about, but I'll get to that soon. But no crossovers yet. I will get to crossovers, but not yet. First, we just when we get to Arrow, we're gonna be focused on talking about Green Arrow and stuff. Yeah, this is my favorite season, by the way. Season 2. Yeah, that's season 2 of Arrow. I'll show you more into the here. I'll show you more, but later. Yeah, when I do the TV show election. And then Arrow season 3, which I do like. I will show you more in there. Yeah. And when I be talking about crossovers like with the Flash or Supergirl or the Legends of Tomorrow or even I don't know if I'll talk about the one with Black Lightning, but there was that one, yeah, Crystal Finiers, which I won't be reading that. Or Batwoman, won't be getting to that. I will not be talking about Batwoman, by the way. I can't stand that show. Yeah. I can't barely even watch one season of it. But then, because I don't like Ruby Rose at all. But anyway, Arrow season 4. Season 4. This will be the longest show I talk about, by the way. Yeah. Arrow season 4. Which I guess people started disliking the show when we got to season 4. I like season 4. Is it perfect? No, there are problems, but I do like season 4. Yes. For me, this is where the show kind of went downhill. I think I'll get to that later. But Arrow season 5, yeah, this is when it kind of felt kind of started something started falling downhill with Arrow. But this is Arrow season 5, and then Arrow season 6, season 6. I will show you more into these slipcovers when we do the TV show collection for it. Yeah. Arrow season 7, Oliver's in jail. Yeah. And then Arrow season 8, which is the final season. And again, it's only 10 episodes, so this is probably the shortest video I do on Arrow, hopefully. But Arrow season 8, which will be the last season to talk about. Yeah. Like I said, the TV show collection will be part 34. Sorry. Yep. And then the next show, sorry. Now, I've already talked about The Flash and Supergirl. I'm talking about The Flash with Grant Gustin. Now, if you look at my other channel, it is on there. Guys, I will probably, maybe I'll start doing it, but, well, maybe till the end. But if you go on my other channel, you will see that I talked about The Flash with Grant Gustin. I talked about 5 seasons. I promise you it's there. If you look up Levi McNally, The Flash, you will see it. And I did, yeah, before I got to my 90s movies and stuff, 90s era super reviews, I talked about The Flash, the 90s show with John Wesley Shipp, and Grant Gustin, the 2014 show, CW show. And I did talk about Supergirl with Melissa Botanist. I did review Supergirl the movie from 1985. I mean 1984. Excuse me, 1984. And then I with Helen Slater, and then with Melissa Botanist, I did review. I can give my thoughts on 4 seasons of Supergirl. Yeah, season 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't want to talk about 5 and 6. But guys, if you look at my Superman marathon, it's there. I'm gonna add the Flash in when I get done with these talking about these shows. Um, I'm gonna start adding some DC shows into my DC reviews, including the Flash, the the 1990 series with John Wesley Shipp and with Grant Gustin, and of course Supergirl as well. But the next TV show will be, let's see, it'll be part 35. It'll be DC Legends of Tomorrow. And now I will be only talking about 3 seasons, of course, starting with season 1, showing it again. DC Legends of Tomorrow season 1. This will be right after Arrow. Well, the TV show collection will be part 35. Yeah, part 35. Sorry. Yeah, and then I'll be talking about Arrow. I mean, DC Legends of Tomorrow season 1, and then DC Legends of Tomorrow season 2. Don't worry, guys. These seasons will shorten down. By the way, I know Arrow is going to be the longest, but like these shows, Legends of Tomorrow, it's only going to be 3 seasons. So DC Legends of Tomorrow season 2, probably my favorite season of the show. Yeah, and then season 3, which I really was not big on, but I'm still gonna talk about it. I do like that they brought Wally West in here, Kid Flash in here. That was cool. Yeah. But Legends of Tomorrow, it's a bit silly and stuff, but I wasn't too big on this season. Then when we got into season 4, I just was done with the show. Yeah, you got Thomas F. Wilson there, Biff from Back to the Future. He plays like one of the character's fathers. I think this character right here, he plays his dad in the show. And I was like, oh, just yeah. But even with him in there, the show just not even better, you know. But season 3, let's more. That'll be it. I'm sorry. I just don't want to tell about the rest of the seasons. I'm sorry. Now, if somebody pays the shit out of me to do something, pays shit out of me, pays me money to do it, yeah, I'll do it. Okay. And then let's see. I consider these other 2 shows DC because they are DC characters. Anyway, And then TV show collection will be for, let's see, 34 was going to be Arrow, 35 was going to be Legend. Okay, 35 will be Black Lightning. Yes, the TV show Black Lightning will be TV show collection Black Lightning. That stars Chris Williams, China Anne McClain, Nafessa Williams, Christine Adams, uh, Marvin Jones III, and James Remire. You probably know from The Phantom. He's in this show as well. But I will be talking about um, only 2 seasons of Black Lightning. That will be season 1 and season 2 of Black Lightning. Season 3 and 4, season 3 was just a bit racist and stuff, and we didn't get enough Black Lightning in that show in that season. And season 3 and 4, what they did with the storylines I didn't care about, with Tobias being in prison, and then I thought season 4 to me was a letdown, especially the ending and the final fight between Black Lightning and Tobias. I thought was kind of rushed. It was like a quick fight, almost like that, and then I stopped caring. But Black Lightning season 1 and 2, which I think season 2 was the last good one. Those are the first 2 seasons were really good ones. Season 3 and 4 is where I just stopped giving a crap. Yeah, about the show. So Arrow, it was part 34. I'm sorry. Arrow was part 34 TV show collection. My TV show collection, part 34 for Arrow, part 35 for Legends of More, and part 36 for Black Lightning. I'm sorry. Keep doing this. Part 33, 34, 35. Okay, then part 37 will be DC's Stargirl. This was Brooke Besner and Luke Wilson, the brother of Owen Wilson. Amy Smart is in it. A pretty good cast in there. Yeah, and I will be talking about the 3 seasons of Stargirl. Starting that I have on Blu-ray actually. Starting with, I'll try to buy these by the way. I will be talking about Stargirl season 1 first. TV show collection. Let's see. Part 37 will be TV show collection for Stargirl. Part 37 will be, yeah, the Stargirl season 1. She's so cute. Yeah, I say she's adorable. Yeah, but Stargirl season 1. Yeah, when we start talking about Stargirl, we'll be talking about season 1. And I guess I'll show you some pictures. And then Stargirl. There's only 3 seasons. Yeah, season 2. And then the last season, season 3. Yep, I might as well just keep it on there. And then yeah, then the next show will be, okay, let me move that. Then the next one will be, the last one will be Superman and Lois, which technically people just say The Flash ended it, but no, I think it was Superman and Lois. Now, I did talk about season 1. If you go on my YouTube channel, folks, I mean, not my other YouTube channel, but you don't have to do that. But if you go on my Superman reviews, the Supergirl TV show collection video, and my thoughts on the 4 seasons are on there. But my TV show collection for Superman and Lois, yeah, is on there. I think Superman and Lois ended this year, didn't it? Yeah, I think it did, or last year. Yeah, December 2nd, 2024. So it did last year in December. Yeah, but I did talk about season 1. If you go on my Superman reviews on my channel, let me show you. Just so nobody's confused. Yep. Right there are my Superman reviews. Let me click to it. Yep, and there you will see Stargirl. Nope, damn it, don't do that. Ah, sorry. Stargirl, this TV show collection video. That's season 1, season 2, season 3, and season 4. And then there you have Superman and Lois, my TV show collection for that. And then season 1. So I did talk about season 1. If you want to know my thoughts on that, when I start talking about the show again, just go on the Superman reviews. I promise you it's on there. I just showed you guys. So we will be talking about starting with Superman and Lois, season 2. Yeah, season 2. And the show just had 4 seasons, but we're gonna be starting with season 2. Again, so you guys will say, why did you start with season 1? I did, but on my other channel. Like I just said, it's on there. I promise you it's on there. I'll say it again. You just look up the Superman reviews on this channel that I added. I promise you it's on there. But Superman and Lois season 2. Yeah, again, the show stars Tyler Hutchinson, Elizabeth Tulloch as Superman and Lois, Alice Griffin, Eric Phillips, and Dylan Walsh as General Sam Lane. And then Superman and Lois after season 2 will be, of course, season 3. And then the last season of the show, season 4. And that will end the Arrowverse I'm talking about. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of the Arrowverse. Yeah, we'll be ending it with Superman and Lois. And I want to mention, okay, on the Flash season 1, there's a crossover. I think on Arrow, there are some crossover episodes. Season 1, I think it's Flash versus Arrow in here. And then season 2, I forget I think I might have a crossover in here. But I think it's the duet episode. And then season 3 is the alien invasion cross episode. Well, they're all with Legends of Tomorrow and all stuff. But some of the crossovers, there's one on season 4 and season 5. And then with Supergirl, I'm not talking about the show, but she teams up with, there's an episode where she teams up with, I'm going to review where she teams up with the Flash. And they fight Silver Banshee and Livewire. So season 2 has a crossover. Season 3 and season 4, they do have crossover episodes. Yes. I will try to find them if I can remember. But anyway, yeah, after I'm done talking about Superman and Lois, after I'm done talking about season 4, RV the crossovers, that includes, I think it's on season 1 of The Flash, which is the Flash versus Arrow. Yeah, it's the only picture I can show you right now. With the Flash versus Arrow, I think it might be the first one I talk about. The Flash versus Arrow. Oh, I know it's on there. Oh, okay. That is called World's Finest. Yeah. This episode right here, World's Finest. Yeah, that's where Flash and Supergirl team up. That is on season 1 of Supergirl. And then Heroes Joining Forces, dealing with Legends of Tomorrow, dealing with Hawk Girl, finding her history, dealing with Randall Savage. It is the Heroes Joining Forces episode. You will see those thumbnails. I'll go ahead and just say it. Let's see. I think Duet was on season 2 of Supergirl. It was in the Flash. It's the 13th episode of the third season of the Flash. Okay. Yeah, that is the Duet episode. Yeah. And then Invasion. I think Invasion came first. It had to be season 3, yeah, because it had to deal with Barry uh, traveling back in time to save his mom from getting killed. It's the only picture I can show, but this is where like Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, and Supergirl they team up to fight aliens. Yeah, trying to take over the planet. And then Crisis on Earth X. Well, actually, no. Arrow, Brave and the Bold. Yes, there's an episode of Arrow season 3. I think it was Arrow season 3. Yeah, it's the third season, third episode. I mean, it's an episode of the third season of Arrow, and that is the Brave and the Bold, where the Flash and Arrow, Team Flash and Team Arrow team up to stop a villain. Yeah, we'll get to there. Then you have Crisis on Earth. Yeah, Crisis on Earth X crossover. Yeah, and I think it's the last one I'm going to talk about is Elseworlds. I know they have this seventh round crossover event in the universe, which I don't care to see. I didn't care about Crisis on Infinity Earth. I hated how that ended. I hated that. I hated that they killed off. I'm gonna say spoiler alerts. If you didn't see Crisis on Infinity Earth in 2019, they kill off. You see off screen, you see Green Arrow, you see Oliver fighting these aliens, these monsters, and he gets killed. He dies. He becomes the Anti-Monitor. He becomes something else, and gets to live in heavenly peace, basically in heaven, a paradise with the in the afterlife with the Felicity. I'm like, I didn't care how they ended the show. I just didn't care how they. I liked how they started with Oliver, but I hate with how they ended it. It kind of be like Avengers: Infinity War if they just kill off Iron Man right away. Iron Man spoiler in Endgame just and I am Iron Man. How epic that moment was, and sad that moment was. Well, the damn Arrowverse, they just, in my opinion, they just rushed to kill off Oliver. I'm like, you start off with this character so good, and yet you kill him off like that. And like in the first or two beginning of the episodes, start of it, they just kill him off. It's nice to have some cameos, like the cameos from Robert Wool, from Alexander Knox, from Tim Burton's Batman, from Batman 1989, or from Burt Ward, from the who played Burt Ward. He played Robin, aka Dick Grayson, in the Batman 60 show. That was nice to see him have a cameo. But my last one I'm gonna talk about will be Elseworlds, where Oliver becomes Flash and Barry becomes Oliver becomes Green Arrow. Yeah. So Elseworlds is gonna be the last one I talk about. Yeah, this one right here. And these crossovers will just be little crossovers. Some of it will be a few episodes, and some of them will just be one episode. But from like some of these episodes I'm talking about, of course, some of it's on Arrow, one season of Arrow, one season of The Flash, one season of Supergirl, one season of Legends of Tomorrow. None is on Black Lightning, uh, Stargirl, or Superman and Lois. No, just Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and DC Legends of Tomorrow. And I hate that those shows not cross, but neither is Gotham. But the thing is, though, Superman, Lois, Stargirl, Black Lightning, they are DC characters, which I think is ridiculous. But Black Lightning, he does have a crossover with them at the last annual, which was alright. They didn't do much with him, though. Yeah, but it also was a light because you had Superman there as well. Alright, now getting into that is it for the DC shows. Now we'll be talking about some of the MCU shows. Okay, yeah. Um, okay. Starting with the Marvel shows, yes. I will be starting with the drama TV show. Let's see, part 34 is Arrow, part 35 is Legends of Tomorrow, 36 is Black Lightning, 37 is Stargirl, 38 is going. Oh, there is no 38. I'm sorry. Well, there is a 38. Uh, so I mean the crossovers, but part 38 is going to be for the drama television series superhero show called starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I will be talking about a complete series of the Incredible Hulk, but yeah, here you have Bruce. I mean not Bruce Banner, the Hulk played by Lou Ferrigno, and in the back you have yeah Bill Bixby. I will not be talking about the pilot. Now I did review the pilot and the TV movies. If you look at my superhero reviews, I think I did add it on there. So yeah, I did review the Incredible Hulk TV pilot, and I will be doing TV show collection talking about the show. I'll be starting with an episode called Married, and the show has, of course, 5 seasons. Let me go ahead and pull them out. I will be starting with season one. Maybe show you a little more though when I get to, but the TV show collection will be season two. This is when we start with Marvel. I figured, yeah, since I have this show, it's superhero, and the Hulk is a comic character, so why not? Yeah. So season two of the Incredible Hulk. I just figured talk about this show. I mean, it makes sense. It's superhero, and the Hulk's a comic character, so I figured it'd be smart enough to talk about this show, season three. And I really want to talk about season three, and then season four, and then the final season that is season five. Yeah, I'll get more into that later. Talk about the show itself eventually. Yeah, and the TV show collection. I want to talk about the show's history, a little bit of my history with the show. Yeah, and there's only again 5 seasons. Yeah, but we'll be starting with the Incredible Hulk, and I will be talking about the Incredible Hulk, the animated series. Probably just season one. I don't care that they add She-Hulk in it. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of that show. Yeah, but the Incredible Hulk animated series. Yeah, which the 1996 animated series, or the Incredible Hulk animated series. Yeah, 1996. After this show, and then I'm gonna talk about the MCU shows, just some, and I'll let you know that I'm skipping some either. I am not going to talk about Agents of Shield, Agent Carter. Inhumans. I have no interest. I will be talking about WandaVision, which only has 9 episodes. These are probably just going to be reviews for some of these. Yeah, because some of them they're very short episodes. Yeah, and then the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Loki. It has 12 episodes and 2 seasons. I will be talking about season 1 and season 2, starring Tom Hiddleston coming back, along with Owen Wilson in the show. And I'm not gonna be Hawkeye, starring Jeremy Renner and the beautiful Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, yeah, which has 6 episodes. And then Miss Marvel, which I think just has 1 season, 6 episodes, as the character when I'm going to be being on the Marvels. Yeah. And then, well, it won't be my last one, but She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Yes, Inspector Rant. These will be, I'll say, TV series review. Yeah, on them. But it's got 9 episodes. Yay. And then Ironheart, which only has 1 season so far, 6 episodes. Ironheart, the character that is from, yeah, that is the Dominic character, Dominic Thorne coming back as Rhea Williams, the MIT student who kind of built a set like Tony Stark. Yeah, takes place there following the events of Black Panther. And I like the character. I liked her a lot, and I definitely want to check out Ironheart. Yeah, but some of our shows I'm not going to talk about. I will not talk about Agents of Shield, Agent Carter. I want to talk about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, which I heard was terrible, Luke Cage, The Defenders, The Punisher. I just don't care. The Punisher. Well, if I had, I don't have Netflix, but if I did, I probably would talk about it. But I'm not buying it. From what I heard, they kind of turn him into a wimp or something like that. I don't know, or take the, you know, take the guns away from the Punisher, which you don't do. You don't take guns away from the Punisher. You know, Secret Invasion. I don't care. I know Samuel Jackson stars in the show, but let's see who else comes back. No, don't care to see Secret Invasion or Daredevil Born Again or Vision Quest. Friendly Never Spider-Man. But so for Marvel shows, it'll be the Incredible Hulk, the original TV series, with which is probably the most Marvel show that I'm gonna talk about. That has 5 seasons, starring Bill Bixby and the late Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Incredible Hulk anime series, and then WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki season 1 and 2, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and Ironheart. As for the other shows, I just what if I don't care to what if see that. If you're looking Spider-Man, not really interested. I don't care about Daredevil. The only Daredevil to me is the Ben Affleck Daredevil and the director's cut and the theatrical version. That's all the Daredevil I need, and the Daredevil and the Spider-Man, you know, anime series cross, anime series episode. The Man Without Fear. I'll take that instead. Yeah. So anyway, guys, yeah, and then after that, I will be talking about yeah. Those will be just reviews, by the way. My last TV show collection will be for the Incredible Hulk. So yeah, it'll be yeah. That and Arrow will probably be the biggest shows I talk about mostly, with seasons wise. But Arrow has 8. The Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno only has 5 seasons. So yeah, yeah, those will be the most. But I'll get to them, folks. It may take me up to 2020, the year of 2026. But so be it. I'll do it no matter how long it takes. I'm not quitting YouTube. And guys, life updates. I'm thinking about I need to look for another job. So I might spend this month trying to look for another job just for I get one. And if I don't by November, I will start with a TV show collection for Arrow. I will start with Arrow because I don't want to look for a job in November, December. I'm not going back to a restaurant job after what happened this year and the incident that happened this year. What happened with me? I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, it's hard to get a job in November, December because that's holiday time and some people are hiring and firing. So I'm still sticking with FedEx for now. But I do plan to look for another job. I was watching this video. That's from FedEx. And if they do, please don't tell the bosses there. This is my business, and I'd rather keep my business to myself. I'm only telling you guys out there, my viewers. Don't spread these videos right, but this is the channel that these videos will come up next. It's still going to take a while to do these videos. Yeah, they're not going to be done overnight or over 1 week or even a month. It's going to be a while anyway. But I still believe I need to start looking for another job, making better money. And once I do that, settle into that, I can start with Arrow. So again, so guys, I'll still put it on the community post. So stay tuned for my TV show collection, part 34, Arrow. Yep, we will be starting with the TV show collection for Arrow. So Arrow will be starting with that TV show collection for this. Yep. All right. And let me know about those movies like Dirty Harry, Would You Become Pet Sounds Premonition. Let me know if you've seen those movies. What do you think of them? Comment down below. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And you probably won't see me. I don't know to when, but you'll see me even if it's November. I'm just letting you know. But I will go ahead and put the community post in. Just because you don't see the video, community post is just telling you. I'm telling you basically what the next video will be on the channel. At least today I ended my superhero movie review, so that's good news. And then after these, I will be doing an introduction to the Arnold Schwarzenegger marathon, talking about what Arnold movies I'm going to review and stuff. Maybe one revisit review for one Arnold movie that I reviewed on my other channel, but I'll probably do revisit review on it since it was his first movie. But we'll worry about that down the line. Okay, so we're going to be getting the TV shows here, starting with Arrow. TV show, my TV show collection, Arrow, part 34. So stay tuned for that. Coming up next, I don't know when. I'll see you guys when I see you, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.